So yeah, my name is Nick. I'm head of engineering at Dialect, and today I'm gonna show you how to ship faster with Blinks. So first of all, how many of you have heard about Blinks? Can you raise your hand? Okay, so nice, plenty of people. But anyway, who doesn't know, I'll give some short introduction. So Blinks are basically URLs with superpowers. And you can build a very cool experience with Blinks, like swap tokens or mint trade NFTs, vote on your favorite DAO. Basically, any on-chain transaction can work in a Blink. And the superpower of Blinks is that you can share it everywhere. Like we built a cool experience in X or Twitter. There are some mobile apps that has like a native integration of Blinks, and you can basically distribute your Blink through those mobile apps. Some dApps has integrated Blinks and basically teleported buttons like from Melo or Tensor to their websites. And even there are some experiments like on-chain holiday, if you've seen this event. It also uses Blink under the hood. Also, yeah, Blinks can teleport your experience to another chain as well. And currently we have more than 600 Blinks built by different partners and integrated in many major wallets. And with Blinks, you can ship faster because it's a simple experience, you can build it fast. But now, forget about it. I'm gonna show you something new, the new narrative that we try to drive with Blinks. And the problem came recently. I think I even noticed this with latest release of Solana Kit library, when some SDKs, if you want, let's say, integrate a SDK of another dApp, it might support the version 1, but Solana now recommends version 2, and this is one of the problems. And sometimes the SDKs from different apps can be a bit weird to use, sometimes difficult. You need to understand domain-specific part, and so on and so forth. Also, you need to install like a package to your front end, which might lead to some security considerations, and so on. But with Blinks, we're trying to explore a new approach for this. We call it transaction as a service. So instead of adding an SDK in your project, handling all the errors, edge cases, parsing all the stuff, we explore the way to use Blinks for this. Because Blinks can act like a unified service that can create transaction for you. And it's much simpler than the SDK. So as you see here, yeah, I know the lines are not visible, but it's like 300 lines of code integrating JITA staking stuff, handling all edge cases, and so on. And on another side, the right way how to do it. If you build your dApp, for example, you don't want to deal with this stuff. You just want to get ready-to-use transaction, simple, get it signed, and done. And now I wanna do some demo of the stuff that we haven't released yet, but I'm very excited to show it. We call it SBL, very, very similar to SPL, like Solana Program Library, but SBL, Standard Blinks Library. And you probably get by its name, so it's like kind of a library with Blinks. And yeah, I'll show this in a sec. So we come up with the problem that many dApps has complicated SDK, and you need to learn domain-specific stuff, and so on. And we're trying to bring a very simple way to use all those dApps using Blinks. And for example, since it's not released yet, it's basically a Notion page of the stuff that we built right now. We collect Blinks built by other products or by ours, which would allow anyone to use this products without installing SDK, dealing with domain-specific part, and so on. And for example, I want to do like side-by-side comparison. Yeah, this is, for example, Lula, so deposit protocol. And if we go, for example, to Lula website, yeah, Lula has like nice API. So maybe you won't feel the whole experience with Lula, but still, for example, their API accept mint address, deposit amount, yeah, pretty straightforward. But for example, if you build your dApp, most likely you will ask your users not to enter the mint address, but like a token name or something. And then you need to connect one more API, for example, Jupyter strict list or something to resolve the mint address to token name. But with Blinks, everything done already for you. Blink support this under the hood, and we believe this is the right experience of using those services, that you don't need to worry about it, think at all. And yeah, and for example, I'll show, yeah, this is like a demo, this is a Blink built by Lula. This is a cool request, and if I just execute it, and I'll use an account as my wallet address. I need to add once here. And yeah, it basically responds me with serialized transaction, which I can go and use in my dApp if I want to integrate, for example, a Lula in my dApp. The next one, you'll probably feel the difference with this one. So it's Kamina deposit example. And if anyone was trying to integrate Kamina, yeah, they have SDK, you can install it and use, but still, to understand how it works, you need like to go to in the examples, and this is, for example, one of their examples, how to build the deposit transactions. Yeah, it's not that large, but still you need to learn the domain stuff. You need to understand what are obligation, why I need to create, then what are those parameters, and so on and so forth. With Blinks, it would be much simpler. You have a very simple API like kamina.dial.to/lending/reserve. We try to match the same URLs as on the Kamina website, and then you just specify the identifier for Kamina Markets and Kamina Reserve, which you can get from the website. And then it's again very simple, /% and /amount. So you don't need like to do the calculation. If you want, let's say, allow users to deposit a specific amount from their wallet, you don't need like to fetch the amount of tokens the users has right now, then do the percentage calculation and so on. You can just use Blink for this. And yeah, I'll also demo this. So this is simple, cool request. It accepts just a wallet address as parameter, and here is the market ID and reserve ID. I just took it from the Kamina website, and the percentage, so 25%. And again, it constructs transaction same way as it was with Lula Blink, but different transaction, same field, and you can use it again in your dApp if you want to integrate Kamina. One more example with this one, the Meteora. And it's getting more and more trickier because, for example, with Meteora, yeah, again, Meteora has an SDK, but still you need like to learn this doc, read through this to understand what kind of parameters you can pass, so on and so forth. And it's not like you cannot just pass like a pool ID and the amount you want to deposit. You cannot do it. You need to understand what Meteora beans are, more or less how it works. And yeah, but with Blinks, it's again, all you need to know is just a pool ID. and that's it. Very simple. And yeah, you specify the amount, how much you want to deposit. Same is like remove liquidity. And probably the last blink I want to show right now is Meteora dynamic bonding curve. If you have seen, yesterday Meteora launched a new protocol, and they don't have like UI for this protocol. They don't have UI for dynamic bonding curve, and blinks are one of those UIs. And the cool stuff is that you can use the blink not only as a UI part, but also, yeah, obviously as an API, and you can build a new dApp, new UI for the Meteora bonding curve, and you won't need to dig into deep how to use it, how to install SDK, how to create config, because really it's not that straightforward. Believe me, yesterday I spent the whole evening integrating this. And yeah, I mean, you need to learn plenty of materials to do this. But with Blink, it's very simple. It's like in the URL, you can see meteor.dal.to launch token, which is the action name. And then you should just pass a token name, token description, a token symbol, and image URL. That's it. You don't need like to do any on-chain stuff or whatever. And here's, for example, how it looks like. So I think internet is a bit slow here. But yeah, so on the right side, this is a Blink UI, but under the hood, it uses this kind of API to construct stuff. And you can use it even in your dApp. And I'll show it really quick. Just for everyone who haven't seen Blinks in action, I'll show how it works together. So I'll try to create a token right now through Blink. Yeah, I upload an image. Since Blinks doesn't have yet a feature to upload files, we built like a small UI on the side. And for example, I can specify here the token name. We want to launch Solana Crossroads text stage, description, token launched during stage, and token symbol. Yeah, it's 10 symbols, okay, with the Crossroads. And I'll show a network tab just for you to see that it uses same API as in the SBL. So I hit launch token, and I'll confirm transaction. But yeah, I see here it sends an API request to launch token, and it passes basically all the parameters like this. Name, description, symbol, image URI, and so on. And you also can use this endpoint to launch your own token, because I can, for example, I can just use it the same way in a curl. For example, like this. Yeah, and it responds me the same transaction, and you can use it on your own app. Very simple. No need to install anything, integrate SDK, just one simple fetch request. Yeah, and let's check if this token is live. Yeah, and someone buying it right now. One of the first ever tokens launched through Blink. And if anyone wants to see it, I'll share the QR code. So, yeah, I think that's it, what I wanted to show today. Yeah, you can integrate a very cool experience in your dApp through Blinks. You don't need to bother with SDKs anymore. You don't need to learn the domain knowledge, and really, you can ship faster with those stuff. Yeah, so why not? Go to dialog.to to check this out. We have docs, and yeah, that's it. Thank you.